Hello and welcome to a tour showcase video. Today we are going to be taking a tour around the project that myself, Tango and Impulse have been working on over the month of October. This is Hermit Hallows. Welcome to Hermit Hallows. Yes, we are here to do a bit of a showcase tour video just so that everybody can see what kind of cool stuff is here. I really do love this area. That is Tango and Impulse's house over there, looking very spooky. And that is my house over there. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look around the things around here. So basically, on your top right hand of your screen, there will be videos popping up linking to the areas that I am looking at. So firstly, we do have this skull, which is where you come out when you come to Hermit Hallows. We do have a really cool track on the other side as well, but I won't bother showing that because you guys will have probably seen that already. So yes, we have the skull, which is the entrance to Hermit Hallows. I think it looks super duper awesome. We have some blood spattering around the place and things like that. It is very cool indeed, and we have this little banner to guide people to this area so that they don't get lost in the nether, hopefully. So on the left we do have a map here, but you can tell that, well, it's not been updated because, well, that isn't there anymore. That was over there. And also the track is completely missing, which was over there, so that is pretty awesome. We will need to upgrade these or update these sometime soon, but yes, we have only taken over a small area. Mine does go a little bit further. You can see little bits of track here and there, like that little right angle up there, and yeah, super duper awesome. But anyway, let's get on and look at the main attractions around here. So I think we will head to my one first. I haven't really decided, but we'll go to my one first since I know exactly what is here, so I can very easily explain what is going on. So this is my house. This is the one I built very early on in October. I think it looks super duper awesome, and we've recently added a little basement down here with this little guy, which doesn't have a name. I feel bad, man. I'm sorry. Brian, is that okay? Brian it is. Brian the zombie is down here, just chilling. Just don't tap on the cage because he might bite your hand off, and he has been breaking out a little bit since he is holding some cage in his hand. But anyway, so yes, we have this area here. Now, I've recently put a chest here so that people leave their valuables, just because they may die. Nothing here purposely will kill anyone, but sometimes people generally might just fall down somewhere or not hit the right thing, basically. But anyway, so continue walking towards the painting. Good luck. Bit scary there, but yes, we have the inside of the house. It's looking pretty epic, and yeah, there's a big painting at the end, so I guess we need to walk to that. And the floor completely opens up, and you end up, I've got Depth Strider boots on, but yes, you end up in this little water stream with that should be covered, which is fine. I need to go do that, obviously, but yes, look down. And when you look down and swim down, there is a zombie that's eating you, which is very strange indeed, but this is very much the entrance to the roller coaster. I thought I would go with something super duper fun, and yeah, I really like that. And this is the entrance to the roller coaster, so here it is, looking pretty fancy in here. I do really like this. Very simple area, but that's because it goes on for quite a while. So, place cart on track and press button. There is always already a cart there, so let's quickly go in. I'm going to go into F1 mode and we're going to ride this thing. So we're ready to go, so we're going to press this button here and head off on our journey. So in this first little area we have a few caves. This one in which did have a zombie, and he is still there. He's not really looking the right way though. We have a little mine, which is kind of scary, a little bit scary. We have some random armor stands in a cart system, and then wait, what? We're heading towards lava? Not quite. We head to the right. We head around that. And we head into this little area here, which was perfect. In the perfect place. And you do fall down just here, which is very awesome. There is lava right there, which again is why I have it. So that people put their valuables in a chest. And then we head into a mine shaft, which just happened to be here as well, which is just utterly, like, exactly what I wanted. So then we head into this little area, which is a little bit spooky, and then we head upwards. But yeah, I know, I thought since we're in the mushroom biome, nothing can spawn, so everything can be dark, but also since we're unamplified, we had to come out and look at this, because wow, this area is just looking amazing. Now this cart ride is pretty different at night time, it in fact probably looks a little bit better, but that's fine. We can't really pick and choose what time of day it is. And yeah, it's looking pretty awesome. So we're going to head through to this side, and now we actually head around back outside again, and we're basically just climbing up these mountains in like a very kind of random fashion, which I really like. The chunks aren't quite loading, but basically most of the area around this is ocean, so that was pretty cool as well. And then we have this massive long ride up to the top here where you just have the most amazing view. Look at this. I mean, not everything is rendering in, but that is fine. In fact, let's quickly put our render distance right up. There we are. Everything should render in nicely now. So now we're on top, which I thought we had to do this. We had to put some pumpkin patches and go through the kind of cutesy little Halloween area. Then I did actually do some redstone, which you guys know I'm not very good at, but it does all work, and it does work very, very well. This is designed by one of my viewers, and it is linked in that video, so if you want to make your own, then you can do that. But this one here, obviously you see that area, but also you see down here, oh, that is crazy. That gets me every single time. And most recently we have our skull, which you don't see very often, very long, but it does look pretty awesome. So this then heads back towards the house so that people can pick up their stuff again. And also you get a nice little view and you kind of see where you're at in the area. You've actually come full circle back to the house into this little area, which I haven't really done anything with. I've just basically got carts there at the moment. And yeah, you're just going to basically come out here. And now you're inside the house, which is pretty cool. It means you can kind of have a look around a little bit and see what is up. But yes, you may or may not have noticed that we have quite a lot of gas sounds going on, and that is in the other house, so we will check that out in just a second. So let's quickly head down. There is a staircase here, which I probably should use rather than jumping down. So we'll come down here and just take a quick look at the interior. We'll just go with something simple. Dining room tables and a little chandelier up there. Just kind of something simple. Doesn't really matter too much since the main attraction here is the roller coaster, and then people can come straight back out here, pick up their stuff and be on their way. So that there is my main project, the house and the roller coaster inside. Then we head over to the other two areas in here. So first we're going to actually go to the graveyard. This is by Tango and Impulse. They have put a couple of little zombies just chilling. We have Bonehead over here. Hello. And we have Brainkeeper, who I didn't realise he had an enchanted sword, but fair enough, fair enough. He's pretty pro. I bet if he hit you, he'd probably hit you really, really hard. Let's see, actually. Wanna hit me? Hello? Hello? No, I think he's actually bothered by something that's in that house saying that. They're actually both looking a little bit that way, so that is what's going on there. So we have a sign which says, you don't have to go home, but you can't decay here, which I think is pretty funny. And also, we have the inside of this little area, which is a little bit drippy. There's some drips going on. We've got some vines. And we have this door. Whoa! And we have this little guy in here, which is pretty awesome. This is a Mumbo Jumbo design, the jump scare device. I'll probably leave a link in the description for that if you want to make it yourself. But yeah, this is basically all that's in here. You can then walk out the same way. You do have to be careful of this guy. So what I'm going to do is replace this guy so that if anyone else comes along here, they can get scared as well. But yes, let's fix this guy up and then we'll check out the other house. Last but not least, we have the haunted house, which again is by Tango and Impulse. Their links will be down below with the projects they've been working on. And this is their house. Now theirs is more, well, pretty much a haunted house. You walk around it, you kind of explore it yourself by just wandering around. Now, there are a lot of things in here that I know about, but there are probably a couple up the top that I'm not quite sure about. Firstly, we have a door which you'll hear will open now and again, which is pretty awesome. It's on like a little randomizer thing, which is very, very cool indeed. And I should say that also the interior inside here was all done by me. I did it in a 5-hour live stream the other day, just to finish this area off for them because it didn't have much of an interior. So you'll see like little things like pool table and stuff like that, and that's all that I have done in here. The rest is Tango and Impulse. So they have added ghasts recently. These two little guys here, I don't know, I guess they're named Dinnerbone. I was going to say I don't know what they're named, but I do. They're Dinnerbone, basically. We have a little dining room table here, which is pretty nice. I really, really like the design for the chairs in here. And we have a few bits of blood splattered around. We do have a beacon back there, which I might get rid of in just a second, just because I don't think we're going to need it anymore. And yeah, so this is like a nice looking little area. And if we head around past the gas that's just chilling there, we head up over this side, which is kind of the living room, which this was meant to be a TV. I know when they were live streaming, Tango wasn't sure what this was meant to be. It was meant to have that on it. It's meant to be a TV and a shelving unit. Yeah, Tango, I mean, come on, how can you not tell? But yes, we have these zombies in here, which, you know, I can just stand here and they're not bothered. They're just completely not bothered. They're having an absolute wonderful time. They're enjoying themselves, having a little party, and just chilling in there. We also have little books and chests as well, which I decided to add because, I don't know, I'm crazy, I guess. So yeah, we have this little room down here, and also we have this, which says, beware. So we're now going to head down here next to the dagger, the sword, and the bloody axe. Someone's changed it around. Dang it! Someone must have used one of them on something. But yeah, we have this area, which I think I'm actually going to leave till last, guys, because I know a little bit about what happens down there. So yeah, we'll leave that till last. We'll actually explore the house first. We have this little fella in here. Hello. Whoa, hello, I didn't think he was going to shoot me. But yes, we have a little ghast fella in there, which is the one that has the tentacles coming out the bottom down there, which is pretty awesome. I added a little organ or piano here, which I think was pretty cool. It's a nice little area for it. You can look outside at everything. And this house is so noisy. I feel like I have to like speak over the mobs. But yeah, we then have an Enderman, which, you know, he's just hanging out. I better not look at him just in case, but that's what he's doing, apparently. We then have this little guy in here, which I just added since, you know, nothing was going on in that little room, so I might as well have added that. And we have a whole bunch of webs around the place and things like that. But yes, I changed this area up here a whole bunch. This one didn't have walls or anything. It was just a massive open room. But I decided to add some walls and some bedrooms, which I don't know whether or not Tango Impluse have added anything to these. I think they look pretty samey to me. We have these little guys in here, though. I don't know what you guys are named, but hello. How you guys doing? You okay? Whoa, okay. Fine. I'm going to leave you guys alone. And then we have another bedroom here, which is pretty cool. And then we have, last but not least, a bathroom. Because, I mean, what more do you need in a house? Basically, a bathroom. We have a few of these guys around here, brewing stands. And then up here, if you come up here, you can see this little guy that's standing in the window. This is the Watcher. Hello, dude. And then I don't think there's anything up here, but I'll quickly check. I think there's just a flashing light that you can see at night time really well from the outside. We also have a little sword poking out from the floor for some reason. Whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. Whatever tickles your fancy. There's also a couple of... Wait, there is a guy with a wither skull on. That is amazing. Okay, you look pretty cool, dude. He's a little bit stuck in the web. But apparently there was meant to be a little invisible spider down here as well. But sadly, I think he must have died. So he's not there anymore. Which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, let's head down to the rooms down here. Now, firstly, we have this room, which I think I'll head to this one first. This is, actually, yeah, we'll head to this one first. I can't decide, guys. There are literally too many things to look at in this house. So, we head down here, and, okay. Interesting. I don't know if these both actually head the same way, but either way, there does seem to be a button here, so... Oh, there's a door, and then a way down, which is pretty interesting. This may indeed actually lead to the same place the other one does. I believe it does. So let's actually quickly go back, go the other way, and I'll meet you guys over there for, like, the best thing ever. Okay, so we're now back at the other door. Now, this one, I feel, is a much better thing, because this happens. Whoa! And then, you get pushed off. You get pushed down here, which is where we just came out. And then you come over here again. So yeah, that is just a whole bunch better. I don't know why I really just like how that works. And I think I was meant to fall out there. I don't know how that didn't work, but maybe we should quickly try it again and just make sure that everything is working as it's supposed to, because I'm not quite sure. Last time I used this, it happened to be something different, but whatever. Something might have changed. Who knows? Okay, so we're going back down again. Whoa! Okay. That happened. And now we're back in this room again, which should have some witches. And also, whoa! Holy! I didn't realise that was what happened. Good thing I put my armour back on. I knew that was going to happen, but wow! Oh, I didn't realise, man, they've hooked it up to... Dude, that is so clever. I didn't realise it was that crazy. Last time I came here, it was only a couple of them shot me. Wow! there was also meant to be witches in here, which seem to have disappeared, which is really, really sad, because not only the witches have disappeared, but the spider as well that Tango mentioned to me about. So that kind of sucks. A little bit sad that the witches aren't in here, because as you may or may not know, witches don't get killed by fire because they will use a fire resistance potion on themselves, which is pretty cool. Or a potion of healing, I'm not quite sure which one. But there's a very, very temporary way out here, so that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to head back up the top and we'll take one last look at the area. Well, sadly that is it, guys. That is it for the Halloween tour. I hope you guys have enjoyed. It was super duper fun to do. Remember to leave a like if you did enjoy it and you maybe want to see more projects like this one. Maybe we'll do a brand new project for the Christmas theme during December or something like that. I did one last year, if you guys remember. I did a Christmas village, which isn't quite complete. Maybe we'll work on that, but there might be a straw poll down in the description for you guys to vote on whether or not you want me to see me work on that again, or maybe work on a brand new project, which should be very, very exciting. So I'm going to leave that down below. Definitely vote on that, and remember to leave a like on this video if you have enjoyed. Share it around and let everyone know to have a happy Halloween. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. Do enjoy your weekend, and I will catch you guys on another episode of Hermitcraft. See ya! Look at Derp and Derpina over here. Yeah, how are you guys? Are you doing okay? Just chilling. Just chilling. Fair enough, fair enough. Whatever tickles your fancy, I guess.